ಇಡು ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ
ಆಯ್ತು ಆಯ್ತು.
ಸಿಗೋದೇ ಇಲ್ಲ ಬಿಡಿ.
ನಮಸ್ಕಾರ. ಹೇಗಿದ್ದೀರಾ?
ಸೂಪರ್.
Thank you. I
ಏನು
can see
ಸೂಪರ್.
that I'm so happy and I'm seeing you again after a short time. ಮತ್ತೆ ಬೆಂಗಳೂರಿಗೆ ಬಂದಿದ್ದೀನಿ. What do I say? ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಖುಷಿ ತುಂಬಾನೇ ಖುಷಿ ಆಗಿದೆ and actually Ponniyan Selvan dubbing what do you say ನಡೀತಿರುವಾಗ I thought
Wow, sir, it's going really well.
like why not ಕನ್ನಡ ಸ್ವಲ್ಪ ಕನ್ನಡ ಕೇಳಕ್ಕೆ ಟ್ರೈ ಮಾಡಿದೆ and I'm so sure I killed it. ನಾನು ಏನೇನೋ what did I say?
ಏನೇನೋ ಅನ್ಕೊಂಡೆ
I
ಮಾತಾಡ್ಬೇಕು.
killed it. So if I did, I'm sorry, but anyway, it's so nice having you here. And I want to talk about Ponniyan Selvan. The thing is, Karthi is the expert on this. He will tell a lot. Before that, and the last word was hail with it. Got it. Okay. It's a novel that was written around 1954-55, it's almost 70 years. It's been a bestseller in Tamil literature. It's the best novel that's ever happened. It's historical with fantasy too. It's a fictional history, and it's about the Chola dynasty. There are so many things in the book that makes it very interesting. But what I wanted to bring to your notices is I think India is so rich in culture. It's not just Tamil Nadu or Karnataka, Andhra or Kerala or South India. All over India, a very, let me say, a very loose comparison would be this story happens around the 9th century or like from the 9th to 10th century. And during that period, Rajaraja Chola, by him, when he was a king, he built about 3,000 temples. He built a lot of temples. He built about 5,000 dams. They had politics. He had politics. There was voting to select village heads. They had water management ministry. They had everything, and they had so much like literature flourished. There was so much of heritage and so much of culture. This, when you compare to the rest of the world at that time, is very strange because America got there. They were discovered 500 years later when it was still a country which was just filled with native Indians. So that was like that. That is the difference you can show in India, what was happening in India at that time. So that culture is something that is reflected in all our stories. Like this particular dynasty had its borders stretching all the way to Bali and to China, and even, for instance, even Karnataka, you have in Mahabharata and in Ramayana where they say that Hampi was once considered a capital of Bali. So that is the kind of influence we've all had around the world. And we are part of this story where all of us play very interesting characters. Some of us, like he is a fictional character, but all the others have been part of history, and we've done our roles which are very, very strong. The women in this film are, what do you say, very, very powerful, very strong-minded. Likewise, all the characters, like all of us are there. In this film, we have about 14 heroes. And every girl in this movie is either a heroine or she's been a heroine sometime. That is the kind of cast that Manisha has been able to bring. And talking about him, I think this movie deserves somebody like Manisha, and he is the master craftsman, and we all feel so proud to be a part of this dream of his, which he's been trying to do for almost 40 years, and now he's finally done it. And I had this great pleasure of working with such wonderful artists, and we've learnt a lot from each other. We share a lot of stories, which in Tamil, as you know, we don't have many multi-starers, so it was the first time for all of us. and we really enjoyed working in this film, and we all feel proud to be a part of it. And I feel super proud, and thank you for being here today.
வந்தது ஏன்னா எனக்கும் பெங்களூருக்கும் நிறைய சம்பந்தம் இருக்குது. என் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் எல்லாம் இங்கே ஒர்க் பண்ணிட்டு இருந்தப்போ இங்கே தான் நான் வந்து காலத்தை தள்ளேன் அப்படின்னு சொல்லுவேன். நான் படித்ததுக்கப்புறம் காலேஜுக்கு அப்புறம் எல்லாமே. ஸோ இங்கே நிறைய நாட்கள் இருந்திருக்கேன். திருப்பி லேட்டஸ்ட்டாக வரல நான். ஸோ இந்த ஒரு நல்ல நிகழ்ச்சி மூலமாக என்னை இங்கே கூப்பிட்டவங்க எல்லாருக்கும் ரொம்ப ரொம்ப நன்றி. அதுவும் பர்டிகுலராக இந்த டீம் கூட வர்றதுன்றது வந்து இவங்களும் என் ஃப்ரெண்ட்ஸ் தான். அதனால் எனக்கு ரொம்ப சந்தோஷமாக இருக்குது. இப்படி ஒரு டீம் அமைஞ்சது, அதனால தான் இந்த படம் பாசிபிள். அதை தாண்டி நம்மளுடைய மாஸ்டர் மணிரத்னம் சார் பல வருஷங்களாக சியான் சொன்ன மாதிரி பல வருஷங்களாக எடுக்கணும்னு நினச்ச ஒரு படத்தை வந்து அவர் வந்து ஒரு ஒத்த ஆளாக நின்று எடுத்து காமிச்சிருக்காரு. அதுக்கு வந்து உண்மையாகவே மொத்த இண்டஸ்ட்ரியும் அவரை பார்த்து பெருமைப்படுது. அதில் நாங்கள் இருக்கோம்னு நினைக்கும் போது எங்களுக்கும் ரொம்ப பெருமையாக இருக்குது. கண்டிப்பாக இது வந்து பல பேருடைய ஹார்ட் ஒர்க் போட்டு எடுத்த படம். ஜென்ரலாக நம்ம சொல்லுவோம், அதெல்லாம் தாண்டி இதில் உணர்ந்த ஒரு விஷயம் என்னென்னா 2 பார்ட்டை வந்து ஒரே ஸ்ட்ரெச்சில் வந்து முடிச்சிருக்காரு. இது வந்து சாதாரண விஷயம் கிடையாது. அந்த அளவுக்கு ஒரு கிரேட் பிளானிங் இல்லாமல், ஒரு கிரேட் மாஸ்டர் இல்லாமல் இது நடந்திருக்க வாய்ப்பே கிடையாது. PS1 அண்ட் PS2 ரெண்டுமே கிட்டத்தட்ட 150 நாள் 160 நாளில் முடிச்சிருக்கோம். ஸோ ஹேட்ஸ் ஆஃப் டு ஹிம். அண்ட் அதனுடைய உழைப்பையும் அதனுடைய எஃபர்ட்டும் உங்களுக்கு திரையில் பார்க்கும்போது நீங்கள் உங்களுக்கு உணர்ந்திருப்பீங்க. இது வெறும் ட்ரெய்லர் தான், மெயின் பிக்சர் இன்னும் காத்துட்ருக்கு. நாங்களும் ரொம்ப ஆவலாக காத்துட்ருக்கோம். கண்டிப்பாக ரொம்ப நல்லா வந்திருக்கு படம். உங்கள் எல்லாருக்கும் பிடிச்ச மாதிரி, குழந்தைங்கள்லேருந்து பெரியவங்க வரைக்கும் பிடிச்ச மாதிரியான ஒரு படம் தான் இது. இது வந்து ஃபில்ம், இது வந்து ஹிஸ்ட்ரி, இது எல்லாம் சேர்ந்த ஒரு விஷயம். இது ஒரு ப்ரைடு, எல்லாம் தனித்தனி கண்டென்ட் கிடையாது. இதெல்லாம் ஒரு அருமையான ஒரு மிக்சர். பேசிக்காக சொல்லணும்னா இட் இஸ் டெஃபினெட்லி இட் இஸ் கோயிங் டு பி ப்ரைட் ஆஃப் இந்தியா. தேங்க்யூ.
Lovely, sir.
I think as we were driving here, வந்துட்டு இருக்கும்போது went back to college days. So Bangalore வந்து அப்போ எங்களுக்கு நியூயார்க் சிட்டி மாதிரி. All English films will release 6 months ahead. முன்னாடியே வந்துடும். All best clothes you will get here. அதனால வந்து combined studiesனு சொல்லி Friday night last busல we'll come to Bangalore. We won't book a room because it's expensive. அப்படியே ஃபுல்லாக we'll roam around. Night busல திருப்பி சென்னை போயிடும். பட் இங்கே வந்து ஷாப்பிங் பண்ணிட்டு போவோம். And we can go back and say, first time இங்க தான் பார்த்தோம், KFC இங்க தான் first time பார்த்தோம். எல்லாம் இங்க வந்துட்டு தான் அப்புறம் சென்னைக்கு வரும். So it brought back so many memories. வந்து அந்த MG ரோட்ல நடந்துட்டே இருக்கும். அங்க வந்து only window shopping. ஷாப்பிங்லாம் கமர்ஷியல் ஸ்ட்ரீட் அங்க தான் சிப்பாங்க. So happy to be here. I think we are at a very interesting time. Every industry is coming up with big films. So for Bahubali வந்து RRR, for KGF வந்து, and all over the world we are watching films which are being made, especially from South. Some interesting kind of films வந்துருக்கு. And on that lineup we have now PS1. இந்த மணி சார் ஒரு 40-year dream. தமிழ் சினிமாவில் எம்ஜிஆர் சார்ல இருந்து லைக் ராஜ்குமார் சார் மாதிரி, they all made great historical films. பெரிய பீரியட். அதுக்கப்புறம் ரொம்ப வருஷம் கழிச்சு திரும்ப it's a big attempt by மணி சார். He's been wanting to do it for 40 years, and finally it's assembled, and we are all lucky to be part of it. And unlike any other period film, this film is based on a novel. Namurla வந்து ஒரு Lord of the Rings பாடி போடுற மாதிரி, it's so well written with very very interesting characters. And the story is historical fiction. ஒரு 30 to 40% actually happened. Vikram sir சொன்ன மாதிரி. And this entire film has so much of travel and adventure. அப்போ என்ன ஆகுதுன்னா, you are actually traveling through 10th century. 1000 years back South India எப்படி இருந்துச்சு, how the kings lived, and especially அந்த காலத்திலே நம்ம வந்து அவ்வளோ அட்வான்ஸ்டாக இருந்தோம். We had trade all over the world. Travelers were coming from China. நம்மளோட கிங்ஸ்க்கு வந்து Chinese doctors இருந்தாங்க. Our bodyguards were Romans, because Romans were very good at making tents. அதனால they were like நம்ம கமாண்டர்ஸ் மாதிரி கிங்ஸ், because they don't understand language also. நம்ம தமிழில் பேசினா அவங்களுக்கு புரியாது. அதனாலே வந்து ஃபாரினர்ஸை வந்து பாடிகார்ட்ஸாக வச்சுருந்தாங்க. So much of lifestyle you get to see in this film. You see our glory of South India, how they had a fleet. Southல இங்கிருந்து தான் வந்து they had a fleet where they went and conquered Cambodia or Kadaram, Bali. And they've done so much when everybody else in the world was still primitive or still just forming a civilization. So அதெல்லாமே வந்து நமக்கு for the next generation we are capturing it. அது மணி சார் மாதிரி ஒரு மாஸ்டர் ஸ்டோரி டெல்லர் சொல்லும்போது இஸ் ஆல்வேஸ் செட் ஸ்டாண்டர்ட்ஸ் ஃபார் விஷுவல்ஸ். ஒரு லவ் ஸ்டோரி மீன்ஸ் எவ்ரிபடி வாண்ட்ஸ் டு பி ஆன் அ பைக் வித் ஹெட்ஃபோன்ஸ். அப்படி ஒரு பொலிட்டிக்கல் ட்ராமா எடுத்தா வி ஸ்டில் லவ் ரிவர் டில் டுடே, ஒரு ரோஜா ஒரு பாம்பே. ஸோ when he does period, I think he's made it look as real as possible with very minimal visual effects, as real as possible. அப்போ போனால் எப்படி இருக்குமோ, ரொம்ப க்ளீனாக இல்லாமல் உண்மையாகவே ஒருத்தர் ட்ராவல் பண்ணி போனால் அப்படி இருக்கும். ஒரு வார்லேயே இருக்கிற ஒரு பிரின்ஸ் எப்படி இருப்பார், wounds all over his body. அப்படி the way he's pictured every character, especially women characters are so strong. கல்கி அவர் எழுதுனதே அவ்வளோ ஸ்ட்ராங்காக இருக்கும். நம்ம நினச்சிட்டு இருக்கோம் அப்போல்லாம் women were back seatலாம் இல்லை. Kundavai, the princess was the main administrator or planner for the city. First free hospitals அவங்க தான் பண்ணாங்க. அப்படி வந்து the way we get to know about our past and our history is also through this film. Apart from being entertaining, it's also informative. And all of us are so happy to be here, like sharing screen with Vikram sir, Ravi. This bond and all is so special, traveling together and presenting the film to you all. So happy. And இங்கே பெங்களூர் வரும்போது எப்பவுமே வந்து எந்த பாஷையும் தெரியல, எந்த பாஷை பேசினாலும் இங்கே புரியும். இங்கே எல்லாருமே ஒரு 5 language பேசுவாங்க. And whenever we've come here, we've had so much of love. And this film, I think, it's been properly dubbed in Kannada. The sir has written beautiful dialogues for us. And I have to thank Upanja sir for giving us the voiceover for this film. So it's making more and more special and as Kannada as possible. So thank you for coming, and I really wish you would give your love and support as always. Thank you.
Seriously. And I think they pretty much said it all, but what I'd like to just add is, like Karthi said, the women characters in this film, I mean, going back to that era, one would think, how much can they do, you know? But yes, I mean, today's woman is very empowered, but we're going to see women belonging to that era who are as empowered and who had a voice. And that's what made this film special to me, because as I've said it before, it was like playing today's woman dressed up like in that era, in Mani Sir's film. So I'm so honored to be part of this film, super proud to be part of this film, and like they said, it's a brilliant star cast which has made all our lives so much easier. So thank you guys so much, and yeah, I mean, you can shoot your questions.
Ratnam sir ಈಗ 1950s ಒಂದು ಕಾದಂಬರಿನ ತಗೊಂಡು ಅದನ್ನು ವಿಜುವಲ್ ಟ್ರೀಟ್ ಥರ ಮಾಡಿಕೊಟ್ಟಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ನಿಜವಾಗ್ಲೂ ಒಂದು ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಒಂದು ಹಬ್ಬದ ವಾತಾವರಣ ಇರ್ತದೆ 30 ತಾರೀಕು. ದಯವಿಟ್ಟೆಲ್ಲ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ನೋಡಿ. ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಟು ಆಲ್ ದ ಆಕ್ಟರ್ಸ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ವೆರಿ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಟು ವಿಕ್ರಮ್ ಸರ್ ಫಾರ್ ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸಿಂಗ್ ದ ಕನ್ನಡ ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಆಫ್ ಹಿಸ್ ಓನ್ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್. ಅವರ ಕ್ಯಾರೆಕ್ಟರ್ ಬಗ್ಗೆ ಅವರೇ ಕೂತು ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸುಮಂತ್ ಭಟ್ ಅಂತ ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಆರ್ಟಿಸ್ಟ್ನ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಕರ್ಸ್ಕೊಂಡು ನಮ್ಮನ್ನು ಕೂರಿಸ್ಕೊಂಡಲ್ಲಿ ಈಚ್ ಆ್ಯಂಡ್ ಎವರಿ ವರ್ಡ್, ಬ್ರೀತ್ ಇನ್ ಬ್ರೀತ್ ಔಟ್, ಪ್ರತಿಯೊಂದು ಕೂಡ ಯಾವ ರೀತಿ ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಷನ್ ಇರಬೇಕು ಅಂತ 100% ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಟಾಗಿ ಮಾಡಿಸಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಸೊ ವಿ ಆರ್ ವೆರಿ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಫುಲ್ ಟು ವಿಕ್ರಮ್ ಸರ್. Moreover, few of the dubbing artists are here, apart from Vikram sir voice. Ponniyan ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ಕುಂದವೈ ಆಗ್ಬೋದು, ನಮ್ಮ ಪುನಿಯನ್ ಸಲ್ವಾನ್ಗಳಿಗೆ, ಪೊಂಗುಳಲ್ಲಿ ಎಲ್ಲ ವಾಯ್ಸ್ ಕೊಟ್ಟಿರುವಂಥ ಆರ್ಟಿಸ್ಟ್ಗಳು ಇದ್ದಾರೆ. ಎಲ್ಲರಿಗೂ ನನ್ನ ಧನ್ಯವಾದಗಳು ತಿಳಿಸೋಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. Moreover, ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾ ನಾವು ಸಬ್ಟೈಟಲ್ಸ್ನ ನೀವು ಚೆಕ್ ಮಾಡೋಕ್ಕೆ ಅಂತ ಕರೆಸಿದ್ರು ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ. ಸೊ ತಮಿಳ್ ಸಬ್ಟೈಟಲ್ಸ್ ಇಂಗ್ಲೀಷ್ ಇರುತ್ತೆ, ಅದನ್ನು ಕನ್ನಡ ವೀಡಿಯೋಗೆ ಹಾಕೊಂಡು ನೋಡಿದೆ. ಯು ಡೋಂಟ್ ಬಿಲೀವ್, ನಾಟ್ ಇನ್ ಅ ಸಿಂಗಲ್ ಸೀನ್ ಹ್ಯಾಸ್ ಬಿನ್ ಚೇಂಜ್ಡ್. 100% ತಮಿಳ್ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಏನಿದೆ ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಟಾಗಿ ನಮ್ಮ ನೇಟಿವಿಟಿಗೆ ತಕ್ಕ ಹಾಗೆ ನಾವು ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ರು ಕೂಡ ಮೀನಿಂಗ್ ಎಲ್ಲೂ ಚೇಂಜ್ ಆಗಿಲ್ಲ, ಅಕ್ಯುರೇಟಾಗಿ ತಮಿಳ್ ಥರನೇ ಬಂದಿದೆ. ಸೊ ಕನ್ನಡದ ನೇಟಿವಿಟಿ ಸೊಗಡನ್ನು ನೀವು ಎಂಜಾಯ್ ಮಾಡಬಹುದು ಕನ್ನಡದಲ್ಲಿ, ಪರ್ಫೆಕ್ಟಾಗಿ ಬಂದಿದೆ ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗು. ಸೊ ಶ್ರೀಕಾಂತ್ ಸರ್ ಅಂತ ನನಗೆ ಸೂಪರ್ವೈಸರ್ ಡಬ್ಬಿಂಗ್ಗೆ ಜೊತೆ ಕೂತಿದ್ರು, ತಮಿಳ್ ಚೆನ್ನಾಗಿ ಬರ್ತದೆ ಅವ್ರಿಗೆ ನನಗಿಂತ ಹೆಚ್ಚಾಗಿ. ಸೊ ಅವ್ರಿಗೂ ಸ್ಪೆಷಲ್ ಥ್ಯಾಂಕ್ಸ್ ಹೇಳೋದಕ್ಕೆ ಇಷ್ಟಪಡ್ತೀನಿ. ಮಿಕ್ಕಂಗೆ 30 ತಾರೀಕು ದಯವಿಟ್ಟು ಥಿಯೇಟ್ರಲ್ಲಿ ಬಂದು ನೋಡಿ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಅದ್ಭುತವಾಗಿರುವಂತಹ ಒಂದು ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಬಂದಿದೆ, ಎಲ್ಲರೂ ನೋಡಿ ಆಶೀರ್ವಾದ.
Thank you, sir.
And while I was there, I attended an audition for a film directed by Ashik Kapoor. And they called me for the second round. I didn't want to go, thinking who will get an opportunity? Like, why did they choose me? So I didn't want to go, and my best friend actually booked the ticket for me, and she flew me down to Cochin for the audition. While I was in Bombay, the last few days of the acting workshop, I got the call back saying you didn't make it. You didn't make the final cut. You're not the heroine that we are looking for. and it was a very difficult night. I cried the entire night, and the next day, instead of going straight to Chennai, I had a transit in Bangalore. Not next day, 2 days later. So I'm pretty much detached. I was having a transit in Bangalore, and I was doing the check-in and just going there. I got a call, and that call was the one that changed my life, and that call is the reason that I'm standing here. So I got the call that saying, okay, we have, changed the decision again. I think you are the person that we are casting in this film called Ponniyan, and I did the film. That film was a big success for me in Malayalam, and that is the reason why Mani sir actually called me for this role in Ponniyan. So I always thought Bangalore was my lucky charm. Like every time I come to Bangalore, something happens in my life that is good, that gives me hope to move forward. So I'm hoping that Bangalore is again the lucky charm, not just for me, but for all of us. I'm hoping that the luck that I have been blessed with is carried forward to our film, because it's not just about it's not just about the history. It is about the history, but it is not just about that. It is about a lot of human emotions, a lot of journeys that we all go through, that the characters in those times also went through. Romance, then war, fight, angst, anger, a lot of these things. So I hope all of you love it. The music, obviously all of you know A.R. Rahman sir, the best and best of technicians, the best and best of actors. Kishore sir is a part of our film. So I hope all of you here in Karnataka love it, and sir has done a wonderful job with the translation as well. That's all. Just give us your love, give us your support, and thank you very much for this opportunity.
To read the book multiple times to understand the character better. And after that I had Mani sir to help me. And of course I read a little bit of history also to understand 10th century. Otherwise I think every day in the spot, it's preparing with the director. Mani sir knows exactly what he wants from my character. Because he has to be funny sometimes, and the comedy, mostly historical characters, not serious are there, but in the character comedy. So I had to blend pandrathu was little challenging. I had Mani sir to help me out.
Actually, crores of fans and people waiting in Karnataka for Kaidi's update. When we can expect the part 2?
I think next year we'll start. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. It's an interesting question. What Karthi said, sir, I read the book and I heard the story as a child, as a little boy in Kuwait, I was the kid. So, I was always, I liked Vandiyadevan's character, I liked Rajaraja's character, but Aditya Karigaran was something that I like doing these tragic heroes, a character who is flawed. This character, though he's a king, he's a crown prince. He doesn't want the trappings of royalty, he doesn't want the throne, he just goes away because of love. He's so powerful, but he's so vulnerable. He's so violent, but he's helpless. There's so many things, the whole spectrum is there, and he's like the tragic hero that I love, like Karnan. Aditya Karigal is also like that. So I love this character. When Mani sir told me, I was like very excited. But having said that, any of these three characters I would love to do, because all the characters are nice. This Mani sir basically told me that I had to grow my hair, because he said my horse should be an extension of me, my hair, the way he looks, and he's a Shivan Bhaktan, so he felt that his look should almost look a little like him. So that was that part, but physicality. Other than that, it's acting, and I love the character and I just enjoyed it. And working with Mani sir, it is so nice, and working with artists like this where it was so nice because we don't have multi-stars, so there was a very healthy competition, but it wasn't like the regular commercial film. It was a film where we all feel, we are like, are we part of history? I mean, the history, true history, and also we feel that we are part of a movie that may make history if it turns out well. So we are all very excited to see how it looks on screen.
Hello.
Kalki sir had a friend called Nilakanta Shastri, who's a historian. So as and when he got information about the Chola dynasty, he shared it with him. He was writing his own historical book, but same information was used in this novel also. So many characters are real, like Manditya actually married Indalai the princess. But we don't know much about Manditya, but in the book, his character is there, so it's fictionalized. But this man lived, this man's name is written in Tanjavur temple, which was built 1000 years ago. So there is fiction and reality blended together. That's why it's a very special, unique film.
Vikram sir, namaste.
It's part of history, like how it happened in history. But the Chola dynasty would
ಕನ್ನಡದ ಜಾಗಗಳು ಏನಾದ್ರು ಕಾಣಿಸ್ತಾ ಸರ್ ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ?
Sorry?
ಕರ್ನಾಟಕ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಏನಾದ್ರು ತೋರಿಸ್ತೀರಾ ಹೇಗೆ?
No, he's seen the movie.
ಸಾಕಷ್ಟು ಸಿನಿಮಾ ಈ ಸಿನಿಮಾದಲ್ಲಿ ಮೈಸೂರು ಮೇಲ್ಕೋಟೆಯಲ್ಲೆಲ್ಲ ತೆಗೆದಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಅಕ್ಕನಕೊಳ, ತಂಗಿಕೊಳ ಎಲ್ಲ ತುಂಬ ಪ್ಲೇಸಸ್ ಕವರ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ. ಒಳ್ಳೆ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಸೆಲೆಕ್ಟ್ ಮಾಡಿದ್ದಾರೆ ಸರ್. ಕರ್ನಾಟಕದಲ್ಲಿ ಕೂಡ ಲೊಕೇಶನ್ಸ್ ಇದೆ.
ವಿಕ್ರಮ್ ಸರ್, ಇನ್ನೊಂದು ಪ್ರಶ್ನೆ, ರಾವಣನಲ್ಲಿ ಐಶ್ವರ್ಯ ಮೇಡಮ್ ನಿಮಗೆ ಸಿಗಲ್ಲ, ಇದರಲ್ಲಾದ್ರೂ ಸಿಗ್ತಾರೆ ಹೇಗೆ?
And again here also I don't get her. So I told Manisha next movie if I do with her, only if I get her, and she's always somebody else's wife. She should not be married, I should get her.
Trisha,
I think it's extremely impactful. I'm presuming that you have not read the book, because had you read the book you would already know that. But I think Nandini, Kundavai, Kungurili are very, very impactful characters, and it's very hard to say which one has more power or prominence, because each one has a track that is so powerful and impactful.
Yes.
Also, like what he was saying, she's the administrator. I'm the crown prince and he finally becomes a king. But more than us, her character is the one who makes decisions, who has meetings with other people, who tries to solve problems. When I have a problem with, she says, I may be your younger sister, but I belong to this country and this is my nation, and I cannot let you do this because that is more important to me than you. We are not, people are more important. So that's her character. And Aishwarya has got, obviously she's got a very important character, but when you see the movie, I think Kundavai is going to be like one of the best roles done by a woman. I think Trisha also will be the best role she's done. She's done Jessie, Janu and all that, but I think this will be a better role.
Trisha ma'am,
Ma'am,
you mostly done commercial films. This is a historical film, and with Mani sir. How was your preparation and how was it working with Mani sir?
So actually this particular film was a dream come true, because like you said, I haven't done a period film, and it was always a dream of mine to play dress up for a period film and get into costume and stuff like that. So Manisha, of course, I worked with him a decade and a half ago, so his working style is something that I already was used to, because the way he handles any film is very similar. The way he goes about his workshops, rehearsals, homework, etc., etc. So that part of it was, I knew that when we were taking step one, he's a tough taskmaster, and he makes sure all his actors are extremely, like 100 and probably 10% well rehearsed by the time we set foot on set. So that way he makes our jobs a bit easier while filming, but the whole prep to it was a challenge. It was hard work, it was a lot of fun. We had numerous readings, numerous costume trials, each and every one of us, jewelry trials, hair trials, makeup trials. So we had about 6 to 8 months of prep, and lots of time with Mani sir. Like if we had scenes, it would be with Karthi, it would be me, Karthi, Mani sir. If I had a scene with Sharad sir, it would be the three of us doing readings. And yeah, it was challenging, it was fun. Definitely a period film looks way more, I mean, it looks easier from the outside. Once you set foot into it, it's quite tough, you know, costume part of it, everything is tough about it. But it was fun.
See, the problem with protocol is you have to keep everybody in proper. If somebody falls sick, then the entire team has to go away. So constantly they have to replan the scenes. You cannot go as you had planned. And Manisha particularly wanted to shoot in historical sites. So the permissions for the sites are very limited. They said only 100 people in a film crew can shoot. But our minimal crew was 500. Every day our minimal crew was 500 and maximum it went up to 10,000. So getting those permissions, making sure everybody is safe, especially when they're shooting in historical sites. It was really tough getting there, and we were shooting in peak summer. I've never seen Manisha tired. First time I saw him tired because it was exhausting. Getting the stunt master from Thailand, was again difficult. He had to fly down on permission. He had 50 to 60 days of dates. So entire 60 days we were shooting stunts. Normally stunts will be spread out. We'll shoot one fight, then we'll shoot some scenes, and then we'll go back to stunts. But here this time, all of us had to do the war sequence or horse riding or running, everything in those crunched 50 days. If COVID wasn't there, then it would have been much more relaxed. Probably would have got even better locations, but I think Mani sir made sure he didn't compromise anywhere. Whatever was required was planned and executed. So that way we were happy that Mani sir was able to achieve his vision for this film. The author himself took care. He made sure all three are distributed, and Mani sir made sure all three of us are different. The way he's written each character, the way he made us perform each character. My character will be really comical. So even my stunts will be like that. Sir's character will be like like a real warlord, and although his action or his performance will be entirely different. Ravi's will be like almost like Zen, like a Buddha, but Buddha at war. Imagine if Buddha was for how calm he'll be even while he's fighting. So he made sure.
This was the most difficult role.
Very difficult. Because you cannot fumble, you cannot get angry.
As he said, the book was written in a way it was divided properly. All the characters are distributed and has equal importance. So it made Mani sir's job very easy. And Mani sir, even with the book or without the book, even this script or other scripts, he will make sure all the prominent actors have proper screen space, proper importance. So he is such a person. He, as you said, he wants every actor's fan to be happy, fulfilled that his hero is there and he has a prominent role. So you can never, anywhere, you can point out this character is more or less. Maybe screen space might be more or less, that is different. But the prominence and importance, Mani sir has given it 100% agree with. The female leads also.
If it's not important, we wouldn't have done it. So that is there. And I think we all know that this is the amount of what we're going to get, this is what's going to happen. And there will, of course, when they see the film, fans will like their heroes to be more. But then I think all of us knew that this is the book, this is how the characters are going to be, and I'm sure the fans are also going to like it.
Sir, songs are well received in Kannada, by the Kannada audience. What's your response?
Yes, very well received. In fact, some of the Kannada songs are better than Tamil. You're saying that, and while I say this, I should thank Sir's dialogue, because I was there dubbing பண்ணும்போது எல்லா டயலாக்ஸுமே நீங்க ஆக்சுவலாக பார்க்கும்போது ஒரு கன்னடா படத்தோட இது மாதிரி தான் இருக்கும். And Sumant, thank you Sumant, you did a great job. I tortured you. He actually helped me in my performance. Thank you Sumant if you're watching this. And just like the song, that even the dialogues you'll enjoy. So you will never feel for a minute that is it a dub film. It will not happen at all. We went through a lot of certain ones. It may be just one small word, or sometimes it will be a small word. It will be correct, but he'll say no, then you don't do it. And he'll try to again tweak it and get it pakka on the lip sync. So it was a good challenge. I think it'll be interesting.
Sir, yeah.
I don't know the talk of Telugu, sorry. Enakkum pidikadhu, but I like this history. I think it's a movie finding. In that case, Game of Thrones, it's not history, but it is something which is, you will learn a lot. It was such a craze. It's like that. I think it will be a different world. Bahubali was also a history. I mean, it's fantasy, but it was received so well. So I think it's how you present it. And what is nice here is, Bahubali was a great film. I mean, Ratnam is a great director. Mani sir has his own style, and he has tried to do his vision of this book. But the costume was very funny. Like a band master. Blue shirt, blue pant. And the irony is, I could have been Aditya Chola. Music director was a person called Dilip, who later became A.R. Rahman sir. And the director was a distant relative of Mani sir. So I think it was already written that I have to have this and the Aditya Karega. Sorry? Did I believe? Yeah, that's why I'm sitting here. I'm so happy. When I heard, I said, thank God I did that ad.
Yes, Vikram. Lakshmana and here from Power TV. Sir, Lakshmana and here from Power TV. I think.
Yes. I've not seen the film. I've seen the songs. It was like, you see? But let's not tell anyone, we believe that I also saw.
Sir, Sagar.
Sir, the person who is sitting next to you, Varadaraju, I think he helped many stars to dub other language cinemas to Kannada. So how did you help you guys?
That's what I'm saying, he's amazing. What I like, ரொம்ப பிடிச்ச விஷயம் வந்து even a small change which you think that dubbing now we can manage, he didn't, he will say no. So I also tell him that, sir, நானே ரொம்ப perfection பார்ப்பேன். Say கொஞ்சம் tweak பண்ணி கொஞ்சம் மெதுவா சொன்னேன், இல்ல இந்த word try பண்ணுங்க, try this other word. And it was, I think he's done a great job. You see the film,
Sir, Sagar here. Sir, as you said, I think literally all are weak in little bit of history, as you said. In your movie, if you see your movie, there is no use of to read novel or what. We can understand totally.
Definitely. Because after a long time, recently about a month ago, I thought audio books are there also. Even if you want to read, it's in English, it's in Tamil, it's I think Kannada, but English Tamil is there. So I was reading it, I was listening to it, and suddenly when my scene came, he was saying the exact dialogues that I was saying, you know. And so as far as the dialogues are concerned, the scenes are concerned, everything is, he tried to stay very true to the film. Only problem is it's 5 books. So 5 books being compressed into one film is very difficult. So he made it into 2 parts. Even for 2 parts, it should have been 3 parts or 4 parts. So it will be compressed, or there will be little changes in dialogues in a very few places to make sure that there's no jump.
Okay, sir, as Karthi says,
Add on to that. To Mani sir, when we were making the film, he said it should be like a Disney film, so children should also watch. So
as you said, lots of rain, right, sir? As you said, lots of rain. We have like that type of it will go flow. You said right now.
No, see, Lord of the Rings also is a novel. It was made into a film. Similarly, this also is a novel which is made into a film. And again, Lord of the Rings was written long time back. And then Peter Jackson came and made it into a fantastic thing which the entire world watched. So I'm hoping this film also reaches across the world.
And the characters are so strong that every character has a fan club. Like you see on the net, they'll be fighting amongst, not normal fight, like really bad fights. We have been friends, but they'll be fighting bullshit. They was better than your character. No, his character is better. So that's the kind of thing, and they're all reading. I don't think any of them are interested in history. I need to answer your question. I don't think they're interested, but they suddenly become curious and they find it very interesting, and everybody's like, oh, wow, okay, what's going to happen next?
Sir, 2 quick questions, sir.
Madam.
2 questions.
I love you, sir.
Love you too.
Telugu நான் கஷ்டப்பட்டு பண்ணேன். ஏன்னா பழைய தெலுங்கு ரைட்டர் கிட்ட சொன்னேன், இந்த படத்துக்கு என்ன விட்டுறீங்களா, நல்ல வாய்ஸ் வச்சு பண்ணுங்க, இல்லை நீங்கள் ரொம்ப நாளாக பண்ணிட்டீங்க, ட்ரை. ஸோ ரியலி டுக் சம் 8 to 10 days to டாக்டர் தெலுங்கு. கன்னடா இன்னும் நான் கற்றுக்கல. இதில் PS3 இருந்தால் கன்னடா டப். I'll try it. I'm really scared, but I'll try it.
Actually, இது பாருங்க, ஒரு படத்துல வந்து ரஜினி சார் அப்போ அந்த ஹீரோயின் வந்து எல்லாரும் பேரும் சொல்லிட்டு காஃபி வாங்கி கொடுத்து பற்றி பேசினாங்க. அப்புறம் அவங்க ஷூ போடுறது யாரும் ஹெல்ப் பண்ணாங்க, எல்லா பேரும் பேசிட்டு ரஜினி சார் பேர் மறந்துட்டாங்க. அது மாதிரி நாங்கள் வந்து முக்கியமான எங்களோட ப்ரொடியூசர் லைகாஸ் ஃபர்ஸ்ட் இந்த மாதிரி ஒரு படத்துக்கு we need a producer like that, and he's done a great job. You see the scale of the film on screen, you'll understand. And our distributor Tony is here. Thank you for taking our film on board and having us on it.